Mr. President, I come to the floor today to talk about the crisis that we're having in the Gulf of Mexico and how it's impacting Florida with the worst economic and environmental disaster in our nation's history. Yesterday, Mr. President, I had the opportunity to be with the President of the United States, along with our governor, Congressman Jeff Miller, and other state and local leaders, and we talked to the President about the spill and what needs to be done in order to mitigate the damage that's happening to Florida and the other Gulf states. Mr. President, the most important thing that I wanted to stress with the President of the United States is that after capping the well, which is job one, and we have some confidence, and the President reported that he hopes by the end of this month that at least 90% of the oil will be captured from the wellhead. But the next most important priority is keeping that oil from coming on shore. Right now, there is a slick of oil that is 2 miles wide and 40 miles long. It is oil, Mr. President, that has come up apparently off of the bottom of the ocean. There's this lava lamp effect that's happening now, where the oil, depending upon the heat of the day, is sinking and rising in the ocean. This is part of that plume that British Petroleum said didn't exist. And it is a darker and heavier oil than what we've seen before. This is not merely the sheen that's on the top. That oil is right off the shore of Pensacola. We need to make sure that that oil does not come ashore, does not come on our beaches, does not get into Pensacola Bay, does not go through the Perdido Pass, does not get into those wetlands and marshes. And the best way that we can do that is to get more skimmers off the coast of Florida. As of yesterday, there were 32 skimmers off the coast of Florida. That is simply unacceptable. We know from Admiral Allen that there are 2,000 skimmers in the United States. I brought this point up to the President of the United States. Now, maybe all of them are not available to come to Florida, but if 500 of them were available to come to the Gulf of Mexico, that would be a huge improvement. There shouldn't be 32 skimmers off the coast of Florida. There should be hundreds of skimmers, especially with this looming threat of this oil coming ashore. I have asked for weeks that every skimmer that's available in this country and every skimmer that's available around the world be on its way to Florida. I brought this issue up with the President and Admiral Allen. Why aren't there more skimmers? I was told that Admiral Allen is trying to get as many as possible. We need a sense of urgency, Mr. President, to get those skimmers off of our shores. I asked specifically about foreign countries offering aid to bring their skimmers to Florida and to the other Gulf states, and I was told that we have help from foreign countries. But yesterday, Mr. President, the State Department says that 21 offers from 17 countries to bring help to Florida and the other Gulf states have been refused. Now, which is it? Are they helping or are we refusing them? We've got to get that communications misunderstanding under control. Because if the foreign countries want to bring their skimmers here, we should welcome them and the other equipment that they can bring to help us ameliorate this oil as it comes ashore. So, Mr. President, I'm going to stay laser focused on this. We're going to do a skimmer watch. Every day that I'm here, I'm going to come to the floor and report to this Senate, this Congress, and the people of the United States how many skimmers are off the coast of Florida. This is something the federal government should do. 32 skimmers sounds like me and my buddies got some boats out there and did it. Doesn't sound like the response of the federal government. People of Florida's lives are at stake. Their businesses, their livelihoods are at stake. I was told by the owner of the pier in Pensacola and a lady that worked for him that the people are coming to the beach in Pensacola to see the beach one last time, as if they were visiting a friend on his or her deathbed, because they don't think the beach is ever going to look the same. So they're coming with their cameras, and they're bringing their children and showing them what a snow white beach looks like, because they don't think they're going to see it again. I've had grown men I've known 10, 20 years of my life, professionals, come up to me with tears in their eyes about what this is going to mean for Florida. You see, Mr. President, 90% of Floridians live within 10 miles of the coast. People move to Florida because they love the water. We have more recreational boaters and fishermen than any other state. We have more coastline than any state in the continental United States. Only Alaska surpasses us in coastline. And we have more beaches than any state in the United States. Water is part of our way of life, and we need to see a more robust effort. Now, I am appreciative of the President on this escrow fund that he has set up. And we have just gotten a report that BP is going to put $20 billion in this escrow fund. We've been asking for this since the beginning of May. I'm glad the President got it done. And while I don't always agree with the President, where credit is due, credit should be given, and he should be given credit for doing this and getting it done. We need those dollars to pay claims. We need those dollars because Floridians are getting mixed results with BP paying those claims. So I'm appreciative of him for taking the idea and doing it and executing it and getting it done. And now we need to see the same attention to detail and urgency in trying to keep that oil from coming ashore. And I look forward to that. We have failed from the beginning, Mr. President, to understand the scope of this spill. On April 23rd, we thought there were 200 barrels a day leaking. On April 28th, it was moved up to 5,000. May 27th, 19,000. June 10th, 40,000. Today, 60,000 barrels a day. 60,000 barrels a day leaking into the Gulf of Mexico. That is 146 million gallons a day. In a week's time, we are eclipsing the Exxon Valdez each week that this goes by. So we have to stay vigilant. The President must stay involved. I hope he will come back to Florida. We're going to look for him to lead us through this. No one wants the President more to succeed than I do in this particular matter, because it is the livelihood of Floridians, it is our economy, and it's our environment that's at stake. Thank you, Mr. President.